What is up, world? You are in tune to the KnoItAllz podcast, and you got your usual suspects, myself, and of course, Big G. Big G, what poppin', man? How you doing?
What's crackin', man? We all live doing a lot of different things. I'm gonna let you get to the announcement, man, but it's just a good opportunity for us to do something different in the podcast world. And y'all, the KnoItAllz thing is doing its thing. So we're gonna get to it today. So let's do what we do.
Definitely gonna get to it. Big Tate, what's poppin', man? How you do?
Big fine.
I didn't say nothing. I was trying to unmute it. You know, for those of you new to the KnoItAllz podcast on our new affiliate, CTN Network. Hey, Big G gives fines when people start talking and the mute button is pushed, but I hadn't tried to say anything. I was trying to unmute. And I mute because I'm the guy that don't want to cough in the microphone or have you hear background noise and stuff. Big G never gets fined because Big G never mutes. But besides all that, Big G, what's happening, fellas, man? You know, just coming off watching that great NCAA Women's Championship game.
Awesome.
And everything else we got to get into. My teams are trash. The Cleveland Cavaliers lost. Cincinnati Reds lost. Heck, if the Steelers had a game, they probably lost today too.
Oh,
Tate, I was pissed at the Cavs. We're gonna talk about it. I'm pissed, man. We'll talk about it later, man.
Yo, Daniel Berry, what's popping, man? How you do? Yeah,
Man,
well, man,
good.
You guys are probably like, hey, man, this is brand new, and we are the KnoItAllz, man. Myself, Big G, Tate. We are here with you, not only broadcasting on the YouTube, the KnoItAllz YouTube, but also on the CTN network, man. We're here, we're live and direct, and we vibing with you. Make sure that you like and subscribe. Like us on YouTube. Subscribe to the channel as well. You know, we're here on CTN. Make sure you hit those like buttons here on the CTN network with us, man. We finna get it started. We got a lot to talk about. I'm talking about a whole lot. Before we get going, man, let's get into this. Man. I mean, we're here, we're live and direct, and we're ready to talk some sports, man. But before, I'm telling you, listen, wasn't that a good? So first and foremost, let's agree that the women's NCAA tournament was boss this year. Let's agree. It was boss this year. I mean, can you tell me? I can't remember getting this hype over women's basketball ever. Not forgetting a long time. I'm talking about ever. Tate, I'm gonna ask you, man, is this like the most prolific women's basketball tournament we've ever seen?
It definitely is. I mean, I was watching today and like, man, I told my wife was watching. She never really watches that stuff. She watched the game from start to finish. She'll peek her head in the room, see what the score is, come in at the end of the game. But she watched this game from start to finish, as she did some of the other games, Iowa, LSU, Iowa, Connecticut. You know what I mean? I think the one continuous piece to that is Caitlin Clark, man. You know, and I know Big G had some thoughts on it. I had some thoughts the other night on another show. We'll get into that. But as is right now, she got all the eyes on the TV. Now, we can talk about why she got all the eyes on the TV later. But they played great basketball, not just Iowa, all the women. That Iowa Connect UConn game was a good game the other day. There were several other great games in this women's tournament. And shout out to Don Staley, man.
Yeah.
They was undefeated last year, lost to Iowa in the Final Four, came back with undefeated again this year. So you know that they like probably like 75-1 over the last 2 seasons.
Big
That's
facts.
crazy.
Mm-hmm.
That's crazy, man. I mean, you know, she has 3 national championships to tie her with Tara Vanderdeer, coach at Stanford, with 3.
Mm-hmm.
Mulkey, the coach at LSU, has 4, 3 at Baylor, 1 at LSU.
Mm-hmm.
And then you have the GOAT, who I think is the GOAT, even better than Gino Auriemma, who has 11. Pat Summitt has 8.
Big facts.
But, you know, I think Pat Summitt has done it in a shorter time. She had to retire because of health reasons.
Mm-hmm.
That Tennessee and those UConn schools are the measuring stick, right? And
yeah,
I think Dawn Staley, being 53 years old, winning her 3rd right now, she's trying to get South Carolina up to that. And South Carolina is going to be really good next year. They're only losing what's her name? The center, the tall lady.
Yeah, they losing big girl, but you can't say only when, you know, she was that big of a force, but
she was, but did you see those freshmen though?
Yeah,
everybody coming back.
Yeah.
The Johnson girls was killing them off the bench.
And I can't say they're gonna win it. I'm saying they're gonna be right back in the mix though. That's what I'm saying.
Yeah. I agree. Big G, man, talk to me, man. Is this like the most watched women's basketball tournament ever? I'm not just talking about the finals. I'm talking about the tournament. Wasn't this like the most watched thing for you?
I think it was a culmination of a 2-year run as far as the tournament is concerned, because last year kicked it all off. Last year with the emergence of LSU, the emergence of Caitlin Clark, and people actually saying that she could break the record and all whatever else concerning scoring. The South Carolina team that they put on the floor last year, who should have won it and just got shook against Iowa for whatever reason, and came back this year and vindicated themselves with an undefeated season. It's a culmination of 2 years, but Tate, you're absolutely correct that all the eyes are on the thing because what's happening with Caitlin Clark. Now, in my opinion, and we'll get to it, I don't know if you can talk about this girl's the best. We can talk about some other things, but as far as the tournament, yeah, it's a 2-year run. Last year and this year, but see, I've been rocking with girls basketball for a minute because I got a daughter who balled out of control.
Who's the baller?
Yeah, so I've been rocking with it since like 15, 16. Like, where I've been paying attention to everything. So the last 2 years, it's been really, really, really good.
Shout out to B-Dirt with the name
6'7", killing them.
She's large.
Hey, she's
large.
I think like 17 points, 7 boards, and 3 blocks. She win player of the game?
Yeah, she was 17, 15 and 3, Tate.
17.
15 boards.
No, I said 17 and 3. She had more than 15.
Oh, yeah. I know she's large.
6'7", she's a beast. Yeah, she was player of the game.
She's large.
Rightfully so. She's a dog.
So look, what I'm saying. Fellas, we have an old school matchup on the boys' side too, where we got UConn and Purdue. This is what's crazy. You got big men, 2 sets of big men in this game, one 7'4", and the other one, no, they're both 7'4", if I'm thinking right.
No,
7'4", 7'2".
7'4". Yeah.
They're both 7-footers, son.
Mm-hmm.
Big G, they 7-footers, man. Mm-hmm. I mean, what you gonna do with that, dog? Talk to me about that. What do you guys think about the UConn Purdue matchup and who you got? But we're gonna get to the who you got later. But what do you think about the matchup, Big G?
It's trash. It's big trash. And the reason why I say that is because I don't watch the men's game as much as I watch the women's game now, because you don't have the matchups. Now, I will give Tate credit with this about Edey, the big boy, right? He's got to be top 10 all-time college basketball players because he's back-to-back Naismiths. But the boy ain't going to be in the top 15 or 20 NBA draft picks, and he going to get in the league and get murder showed because he's too slow of a foot. So it's not going to be as exciting as the women's game to me. And I think that, a lot of people have got a lot of bias when it concerned with UConn, because they don't play nobody. They didn't have to face nobody. And it's like, come on, bro. I mean, is they really the ones? So I don't know. I ain't
Big G, before we let Tate answer, because Tate got to answer. Claude, you lucky. I don't have my matrix tool, because I sure would have put you in the Matrix already. You're good for
you live in the Matrix, bro.
He good. There. He's the Matrix bishop. All right, go ahead, Tate, man.
I disagree with Big G, man. Ooh. I mean, if you watch the game last night, the end of the Connecticut game, UConn game, Coach Hurley said, you know, we getting the best two teams in the finals over the last 2 years, and that's true. I mean, Purdue
over 2 years, over the
last 2 years, the best two teams in the NCAA. Yes. Purdue was upset last year. They was a 1 seed last year. UConn was a 1 seed last year. They both were 1 seeds this year. Overall number 1, UConn. Overall number 2, 1 seed, Purdue.
Yeah.
And I do agree with you that the bigs, I don't think it's a trash matchup. I think it'll be a good battle because UConn has the size to play against Edie head up.
Yeah, facts. Big facts.
1-on-1, which is going to open some things up. Purdue's used to drawing double teams.
Mm-hmm.
You don't have to double team if you're UConn because you got big Klingman in there.
Yeah, big boy.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But now I do think it'll be a good matchup on the court. But as far as both of their pro potential, they'll go to the league because they got size, but they won't. I don't think they'll be, big factors. They'll be off the bench bigs that can draw doubles and play good defense and stuff like that. But yeah, I mean, Edie will probably go higher than Klingman. Obviously, he's the back-to-back player of the year. He's the first back-to-back player of the year since Ralph Sampson in 82-83.
Yeah, big
now
facts.
Now I'm old enough to remember that, but I know some of y'all are not.
Yeah,
Ralph Sampson was like that.
Yeah,
like that.
But
somebody about to get a big fine for the feedback.
Mod, find yourself, Mod. But yeah, but before the knee injuries, Ralph Sampson was a Houston Rocket before Akeem Olajuwon came. If you remember,
Twin
Towers. Yeah.
Twin Towers, yeah.
The Twin Towers, they went to a finals and lost to Larry Bird, where Larry Bird was the top of his game.
Yeah, man. We're gonna talk about that a little bit later too. The Mavs clinched. And you see somebody's face over there. We don't have to tell you. Somebody ain't too happy about that. Timothy Lyons said, "Hello, Claude, the Matrix Bishop." He is the Matrix Bishop. Without a shadow of a doubt.
Claude need to go get his paperwork as the Matrix Bishop. He can get a 501c3. He can go get him a 501c3 and start, charging charitable events and stuff like that. As the Matrix from the Matrix.
He is. I mean, listen, he's certified. He's certified. His name is on the Matrix door when he walks in. And if what the Matrix is, for those of you who are watching that are brand new, when you say something off the wall that's just totally out there in space, you go to the Matrix. We put you in the Matrix, and next week you'll see the Matrix graphic. It's definitely there. It's part of it. We're just getting acclimated to our new home, breathing in the new air, kind of walking around in new footsteps. I'm going to tell you. Real quick, B-Dirt said Clean will get drafted before Edie because he can defend out front and play facing the basket. I don't disagree.
No, heck no.
Man,
go on, get it, Tate.
B-Dirt smoky, man. Come on, man.
I don't disagree.
Klingman, who sat the bench last year, is going to get drafted before the two-time player of the year. Edie can block just as many shots as Klingman can, and he gonna give you offense.
Mm-hmm. Edie will go somewhere around that 20 to 26 range. The other cat will go in the second round. What Claude said?
Claude said, "I speak the truth, and you can't handle it."
Claude in his Jack Nicholson voice. Big G, you can't handle the truth.
Can't handle the truth.
I can't handle Claude in his Matrix moves. Is what I can't handle.
Tom wrong too. What's up, John Caldwell?
John Caldwell, what's poppin', man? Welcome.
And B Dirt wrong. There's no way. Hey, B Dirt, put it on the receipt. If y'all out there that don't know B Dirt running through the jungle in our live chat, he's part of our. We do another show on the Fans First Sports Network, Steel Curtain Network, called the Homies Podcast. B Dirt is a homie, but my homie is wrong right now.
He's wrong. He is a homie, but he's wrong. He's wrong. It is what it is. But yeah, man. Honestly, when I think about it, I think that we're seeing a move in college basketball that is really good for the sport, right? But I also feel bad for the sport because, you know, when, like, for instance, Van Lith from LSU,
okay,
straight up out as soon as they lost, hitting the transfer portal, right? Nobody is staying to kind of gather any roots or, you know, like, oh, okay, we lost, but I'm gonna run it back next year. Now, there was a clip that I was gonna play from a coach that he said that it's hard for a coach to actually reach kids because of the transfer portal.
No,
I disagree.
That's big trash. That's big trash.
I disagree, and I'm gonna let you and Tate both talk because we need to talk about this. I disagree for one reason, right? You have to do a coaching job to make the kids want to stay. See, before you could be a butthole, or you could just, you know, act out, do whatever you wanted, like Bobby Knight, and the kid had to take it, right? And he didn't have a chance to go somewhere else and shine. You as a coach have the opportunity to actually win the kid to you first, and then the program, and then teach him how to play the game of basketball. Now you have to actually coach instead of just, you know, are you coming here because, you know, the program has been like that for forever. So I disagree. It makes coaches do their best job coaching, and I like the way that it is right now. Talk to me, Big G. Let me know what you think.
Well, I'm going to take a quote from my favorite coach of all time, Mr. Mike Tomlin. Mr. Mike Tomlin said he don't run from coaching, he runs to coaching. When you complain about what a kid is not able to do based on his play on the field, and it has nothing to do with his athletic ability or nothing to do with his desire or ability to absorb things, that means that you are doing a piss poor job with coaching a kid and getting a kid ready to be successful on that level. So what happens is coaches would bring kids in and sell them all on pipe dreams and say, well, you can play here, you can do this and that, and they would stockpile talent. Now, a kid ain't just going to sit and just wait. They're going to go somewhere where they're going to get coached well and get an opportunity to shine and play. But with the belief that a kid should play just because of whatever, or we're going to go there just because of the prestigious esteem of the university is done. That died with Coach Saban. You ain't never going to see schools just stockpile like how they stockpile with Saban and Bama ever again, because the coaches ain't got it like that. It's about what the kids are able to do on the court and on the field.
Yeah. B-Dirt said, my favorite Tomlinson, we want volunteers, not hostages.
Big fact.
Love it. Tay, talk to me about this, man. Where now you got a coach, man. You got a coach. I mean, the big transfer, Van Lith, and now Bronny James is transferring. And, you know, people are upset. People are upset that, you know, they're not staying with the program. How you feel about this, man?
Because this going to be where Bronny at. Just hold your horses, man. Just hold your horses. Go on, Tate. Get him, man. Go on, get him.
Yeah, man. I'm gonna jump in starting about. I don't disagree with that about the transfer portal. The girl that transferred from LSU, she going somewhere that's better for her. LSU gonna be all right. LSU gonna get players. LSU got Mulkey, a great coach. They're gonna be right back in the mix next year too. Yep. And the thing with the NIL is, I mean, it's actually making both men and women's college basketball better because kids can stay longer and actually get paid. They don't have to leave and go overseas. They don't have to leave and try and go to WNBA. They can get paid right there at their school. For example, Tahina Pow for South Carolina just won a championship.
Yep.
She got put out the tournament last year. She played for Oregon. She watched South Carolina lose to Iowa and said, man, they need some three-point shooting. I can go there and help them. And she transferred there this year, and she got a national championship.
Right.
It was a big factor. So I don't think it's going to hurt anything. It's just something we got to get used to. You know what I mean? I mean, you see people jumping the transfer portal. They got their reasons for jumping, right? But and it's their right. If you decide you want to leave your job tomorrow, you can leave and go work somewhere else.
Quick.
These kids is going to be paid employees soon. And they're just taking advantage of the market. and what job place best suits them.
That's big facts. I like that, Tate. That was big facts.
John Caldwell said LSU didn't use Van Lith right. She's a shooting guard, and they had her running point guard versus Iowa. She is a shooting guard. She averaged 19 points a game before she came to LSU, and then into this year, I think it was 11.
And if she would have been playing for LSU this year, they would have roasted Iowa's behind in the Final Four.
No, she did play for LSU. She leaving.
Yeah, their guard play was big trash.
But that's the thing, though. She's going to a place that's better for her, that's going to better market her. LSU had her in a scheme that wasn't suited for her. She wasn't getting the scores.
She wasn't the star. I mean, that was something that I thought about. And John, thank you for your comment. That was something I thought about when we saw that she went to LSU. Like, there's not enough basketballs to go around. I mean, there's only so many stars you can have. I mean, i.e., look at how Kawhi looked at Russell when he turned around and threw up the brick city. He fell to the ground. Was like, man, Rusty, stop. Certain players don't work in certain places, and it's okay that you went and gave it a try, right? It's okay that you went and gave it a try. Now it's time for her to go first, and I'm not mad about that.
But when you hit go ahead, Tate. Go ahead, bro.
No, I was just saying. So we're going back to where we started this segment at. It sounded like you was disappointed that she was leaving, and kids is not giving it a chance to build. So,
no, I felt like Van Lith maybe left a year too early, only because Angel Reese is gone. Angel Reese, the inside presence is gone. Now it's your time to lead the team. You know what I'm saying?
But now the offense is going to go through Flau'jae, though. That's what it's going through.
Flau'jae, yep. It's going to go through Flau'jae. You're right. And go ahead, G. What was you about to say?
So, look, I got a question before we get off the college basketball whole conversation. The polarizing issue with Caitlin Clark, man. We got to get into this, man.
Go ahead, man. Go ahead.
Well, I'm going to ask y'all, because there's so much chatter and so much talk out there about her being the best that there was. My Facebook is going bananas right now just off of that mess, right? And it's a shame she didn't win a championship, and people ain't going to be watching women's college basketball and all whatever else. Those folks need to stop it, because she is not the best women's college basketball player of all time. She's the best scorer based on what she did, but who she is, no. And is she a top 10 women's player of all time? Heck no. She ain't played one jump ball in the WNBA yet. So they need to get off of this whole thing. She's polarizing, but she ain't the best. She ain't the best. And there's a lot of reasons why she's polarizing.
So what's your question?
My question is, do y'all think or feel that there's going to be a drop-off with women's college basketball, or is it just that all these people are on her tip because she's a polarizing figure?
Well, you want to go, Mom? Let me go.
You go. I was just going to say Claude Bishop says she's the best right now. That's a point.
No.
But go ahead. Go ahead, Tate.
Again, I'm old enough to have seen Ann Myers and Cheryl Miller and a lot of great women's college basketball players. Shamika Holdsclaw, Candace Parker. You know what I mean? A lot of greats.
Cheryl
Swoops, Katie Smith from Ohio State. But I will say she's top 10. Her talents is top 10. I don't care what you say, Big G.
At the collegiate level, okay, yeah. Not pro.
I'm saying women's basketball, period.
That's saying a lot.
I've only seen her play at the collegiate level. Oh, she's gonna go in. She's gonna be drafted by the Indiana Fever, first pick overall. She's gonna go in there and turn that team around. They're gonna have what she's gonna do is uplift the WNBA. Now, I think college basketball might have a fall off a little bit, women's, but not much. It's still gonna be greater than it was, right?
Yeah.
And the reason she's polarizing, she is the best player right now, Big G. But let's be honest about it. She's white.
Correct.
And when somebody white is really good, all the white people that don't never watch it no other time come on board and watch it.
Yeah.
I ain't mad at them. That's not wrong. But that's why you see the jump in numbers. That's why you see all the sentiment on your social media right now. They really want her to win and all those things like that. But she is a great player. I cannot deny her that. She will make a difference in the WNBA and uplift that platform, that league. She'll do that.
Yeah. And so,
go ahead,
here's my thing. Here's my 2 cents. First and foremost, Damian Tate, I was going to let you read your brother's comment, but I got it. He said, as long as the parity college women's basketball will still continue to rise.
Facts.
Big old facts. And I love it. And I will speak to the issue of race. Did it play a part? Absolutely. But is she good though? Yeah. I mean, she like that. You know what I'm saying? She like that for real.
Claude said she the best right now, for real.
Yeah, she like that for real.
Women's college basketball, yeah.
So I have to say she's top 10 that we've ever saw. I mean, bro, she coming half court pulling threes, man. I mean, she like that for real. She like that. So
I'm not saying she's trash. I'm not saying that. I'm just saying she's polarizing. And that
right there, Ma. Let me just interject on what you just said, because you're right. But like the evolution of anything, some of these players we seeing now, think of the greats they saw. All she has done was a little girl that liked Steph Curry and modeled her game after Steph Curry and practiced everything he did.
I agree.
And so she's really like the first woman to ever take this style on.
Mm-hmm.
You know, but there's others coming. Now I think Juju is going to be a better player than her.
She's going to break all the records. Juju going to break all the records.
I don't think she's going to break all the records. She's going to be gone before.
Yeah, she'll be gone before she break records. Man. And I'll say that. But Juju is like that. He said, John Caldwell said, top 10 for real. Ceiling is high. Yes, sir. I'm just going to say, listen, before we get off this, I got to say it's the truth. Tate, you're absolutely right. G, I hear what you're saying. I cannot say that what G is saying is just absolutely off the beaten path. And I tell you, G has some off the beaten path takes, but that's not just off the beaten path. He's right when he says she's polarizing, and she's all what everybody's talking about. But look at what she helped accomplish, her and Angel Reese. They made people want to go watch women's college basketball. I saw a parody of somebody saying, watching women's basketball. Isn't there like a junior high basketball game or recast we could watch or something like that at AAU? And they said it as a joke, but then I understand it, man. It has literally changed from like watching paint dry to, man, they are out here balling. They are out here competing. And players like Angel Reese, Juju, the girl from Utah, the big girl from Utah, the girl from Connecticut,
Alani Edwards, Nika Murr. I mean, all kind of Juju. There's all kind of dogs in women's college basketball, bro.
Right, absolutely.
There always has been, though. Just now in the age of social media and stuff like that. I mean, I think about the Tennessee teams, Pat Summitt's teams in the 90s.
Killing them.
Beasts, but it wasn't like it is now with social media. You got people with fan bases, and Caitlin Clark with however millions of followers she has. Angel Reese has millions of followers. The Bayou Barbie, you know what I mean? It's so it's more to it than it was used to be back in the day. It was solely just basketball back in the day. Now it's a little bit more of everything else.
But
hello, Afton. Thank you for Afton? Straight General. Thank you for coming.
But her game has to develop, bro. She gets ripped a lot. She don't have no muscle mass.
Wait a minute.
And she's gonna be playing against women in the league. In the WNBA.
Today was the first day I saw somebody put that seatbelt on her.
Oh,
today,
they clamped her up. They clamped her up.
Today, but I mean, she had the seatbelt put on her, and she still scored 28?
She scored 30.
She had 30.
She had 30 with the seatbelt on.
18 in the first quarter and broke Shamika Holdsclaw's tournament point record.
Big facts.
So she was getting them off, but old girl played great defense on her. But kind of downshifting real quick, because we got to get into this next one. I'm gonna say this. I've been looking at the draft. Me and G have kept saying in the NFL draft, this NFL draft is the deepest that we have saw. Now I'm seeing people
in 15 years.
So now I'm seeing people jump on this theory, right? I'm telling you guys, literally, Muhammad Kamara by PFF is ranked 131, right?
That's Colorado State, right?
From Colorado State, ran a 4.57 40, 6'3", 240 something pounds,
Mm-hmm.
and he plays defensive end.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? Prototypical. He's gonna contribute at somebody's team.
And any other year, he'd be a second round pick.
He'd be a second. Easy, right? So that's 130 rounds. That's 4 rounds,
Mm-hmm.
full of talent. 4 rounds.
Mm-hmm.
So I'll say this, and I need to speak and kind of speak to the air, and I got to hear you guys' opinions. If you got somebody you want to get off
Mm-hmm.
this year, and you can get 4 picks in this draft, would you do it?
A current player on your roster?
A current player in this roster who's a good player.
As long as he's
get 4 picks from him.
Yeah.
If you get 2 to 4 picks for that player, are you doing it? Is this the year? Because think about this. Here's my last caveat. There's only 3 quarterbacks in next year's draft.
4, but keep going.
You can give me the 4, because I want to hear the 4 real quick. Shador, the dude from Georgia, Beck.
Carson Beck.
Give me the other 2.
Quinn Ewers.
Quinn, okay, Quinn.
And the Ole Miss Jackson Dart, not Ole Miss. There's 4 quarterbacks.
I don't know about Dart.
Jackson Dart is a dog.
I don't know about Dart. I included Quinn because I said 3. But okay, so my question is, and that's my question to you guys: is it worth unloading somebody who's a big player to go young? I'll start with you, Tate.
It depends on who you're talking about. We all know I'm a fan of the Pittsburgh Steelers. The only untouchables on my team is TJ, Minka, and George Pickens.
That's it.
Now after that, I can talk to you about what you want to discuss.
Big
But
facts.
so it really just depends on the player.
Mm-hmm. Yep. I don't disagree, Tate.
So if they talk to you about TJ,
No.
I mean, is it worth? I mean, is it worth? This is the biggest talent pool that we've had.
Well,
since at least 2014-15.
If I'm a team that's not in win now mode, then perhaps. If I'm in win now mode, I don't need to worry about getting younger for expense of my best players, my all league players. You know what I mean? I'm trying to give you an example. If I was the Cowboys, I might would trade Michael Parsons.
Yep. I'd get up off of him.
Nah.
I would get up. I would.
Okay,
That's a big fact.
You see how you feel? Where did the discussion start?
Listen, but I'm fixing to say something that might shock y'all. I know Tom may even say, "What?"
We know you. It ain't gonna shock me. You'll get rid of that. Go ahead.
If I had an opportunity to get at least 2 first rounds and 2 second rounds for that,
you ain't getting that. You ain't getting that, Mark.
I get off of it.
You ain't getting that. You ain't getting. You'll be lucky to get 1 first round and a 3rd or a 4th.
Listen. We're not discussing what are we get. I'm just saying it. In my opinion, right now, this is what I'm saying to you, G. In my own opinion, right now, if you have a liability or a person that you're unsure that you're going to keep going with, like for instance, Tim said he trade T. Higgins right now for another 2. For a 2.
Yeah. He got to because T. Higgins out of there after this year. So yeah,
exactly.
But and a team wouldn't give up that if they can't negotiate a deal with him to stay with that team he's getting traded to. So yeah, Tim would do that. But and y'all might not get as much as you think because Dak ain't under no contract after this year either.
Right.
And that's my point. That's all I'm saying. If you have a chance to get off of a player that you're not sure that you would go on with for the next couple years, honestly, if you ask me, and I said this, I put it out here on DC4L. You know what I'm saying? I put it out here before. I honestly believe we're going to get Dak signed before training camp. But I'm just saying, if you have a player that you're not sure that you're going to continue on with their relationship, this is the year to dump him and get as many draft picks as you can. Go ahead, G.
I'll give you an example where it might sound far-fetched and as crazy as all get up, but I'll give you an example where something like this could actually happen. The Los Angeles Chargers have picks number 6 in this draft. They could trade Minnesota and get their 11 and 23. Still have 6. They could trade Justin Herbert, get their 11 pick and 23 pick, and fleece them in the second round and get a pick. Maybe get a pick in the 4th round and get their 1st round next year. So a team like the Los Angeles Chargers, if they were so far going to feel that they needed to restock talent across the board, they could get off of Justin Herbert, still get the quarterback they wanted at 6, have pick number 11, pick number 23, get 2 or 3 second-round picks this year, and load up their roster again if they wanted to. It sounds crazy, but that's the type of deal that you can make considering what their current condition of their roster is. They have lost so much. They lost their starting running back. They lost both starting wide receivers. They lost their starting tight end. They lost their starting linebacker. They lost their starting free safety. They've lost a lot of pieces. So if they were so inclined to do something, it would benefit them because you would pick 6, 11, 23, and so on and so forth. But other players, they're not going to have the conversation for Joe Burrow. They're not going to have the conversation for Lamar Jackson. They're not going to have the conversation for Russie, who we just got. They're not going to have conversations for the Pat Mahomes. They're not going to have those conversations. But there's other players, if you're in between, like Tate said, and preferenced, if you're in the middle and you feel like this is the time to make the move, you could. And the Chargers in prime position that they could do something like that.
Afton said everything is for sale for the right price, but it would take a lot for me to come up off of TJ.
Mm-hmm.
And she also said if you have a liability, get him gone.
Mm-hmm.
Timothy Line said with this draft, we could trade for T, save $21 million from the tag. Fam, Skippy, I'm trading him. And Thomas said they never trade Herbert. Again, I don't know exactly what and who would make this move. I'm just saying, if there was ever a time for you to make a move, if there ever a time for you to drop some weight or to move on from a player, this is the time, man. Just let them go, get a draft pick, get a comp pick, whatever you can for those people, and then scoop them up. Because I'm going to tell you, Detroit, and G, you said this, but Detroit showed us the way last year.
I said it, but who put me on game is Tate Boy Fresh.
Yeah, so okay.
Tate put me on game last year about that whole Detroit following their board and sticking to their guns. Because I like the Joshua Cribbs pick, but when they started picking Laporta, and I was like, man, what are they doing? They had a plan. So I can't take credit for it. I just been out there pushing it.
Not Cribbs. It was your boy from Alabama.
Joshua Gibbs.
Yeah. So, but again, you guys were right on point. Get younger, do the draft, and I'm not talking about just get rid of all of your vets. That's not what you should do. I'm just saying, add starting youngsters as much as you can in this draft, and then it's just add water. Some good coaching. And you'll see them go to the top.
Tate, would you do the trade for Herbert if you could get 6, 11, 23, you'd have 2 or 3 second rounders, a first rounder.
They got 6 of their own. You get 11,
right.
23, a second round in the first next year.
Yeah. And maybe a fourth this year too.
I would consider only because Harbaugh could get his due. He could get JJ McCarthy and then build just like he won. I mean, Herbert is a top arm talent, a top talent in the league, but he ain't done nothing. Done nothing. So that has to be considered if that was an actual thing. I would consider it, Big G.
I mean, because you got to think about it. Like I said, the quarterback talent, you're not gonna find one next year, man. I mean, you got 3, and G mentioned that one. I don't really agree with that one. But you only got 3, and Shador is really good, and he's going to get that opportunity to show.
He ain't number 1 right now. He number 3.
And I mean, I don't know that he's that good. You a fanboy, Mike, because you a Deion fan, a Dallas fan, and all that trickles down to your bias. Hold the bias up, Big G.
I got
it trickles down to your bias. He's a good player, but when I saw him play against good teams last year,
Tate, I mean, what you gonna do when you ain't got 2 seconds to throw the ball, man? I mean, what?
Tate,
how?
Okay,
Tate, he was cooked. He was cooked.
Okay.
He was cooked last year.
I can't throw the ball if you go 1-2 and they own you. What you gonna do?
Against good and the player you brought up, who the player you brought up Colorado State?
Muhammad. His last name's Muhammad.
He sacked Shador about 2 or 3 times. They would have won if he didn't get a personal foul penalty that game. Colorado State. I remember that.
Yep.
Big facts.
Dude was a beast in that game.
He was. He was an animal in that game. But like I said, the fact of the matter is you only have if you're big game hunting for a quarterback, it would be now. This would be the draft to go get a quarterback, and this would be the draft for you to get a franchise quarterback.
Yeah,
he could go he could go JJ at 6, Rome at 11, Adonai Mitchell from Texas at 23, and what's the little running back from Michigan and early in the second? Blake Corn. And then he all the way back. And everybody on a rookie contract. He all the way back. All the way back.
With Bosa, Khalil Mack.
Yep. Derwin James.
Derwin James, the safety. Yeah.
All the way back. All the way back. So yeah, I'm saying that, for a guy like that, that's the talk. A lot of other guys, we ain't doing it. That's just my thoughts.
And TJ Watt is Defensive Player of the Year and should have been another time or two, says Aaron Donald. And he's the Steeler identity. The culture. That's what Pittsburgh is based around. So you don't trade that away that easy. Herbert is not that to the Chargers.
Nope. But I've been telling y'all a minute that Herbert is on the table. I've been saying it. People said I was crazy. I was like, based on the position of what could happen, they could get a big fleece. They could get more for him than when the Cowboys fleeced Herschel Walker. They could fleece. They could get a big fleece.
Those are great numbers, Tim. Hasn't led to winning. Hey, Big G, I seen something on the table. Hey, Mar, we gonna take a break?
We'll press through.
Yeah.
We'll press through.
But what now? What you had on the table, Tate?
No, I saw an article, man, where the Steelers could potentially trade Russ to like the Raiders for a 2nd-round pick. Would you do that?
Yeah, based on what Justin do in camp, heck yeah, I would. And I like Russie. But for a 2nd-rounder this year, and we know what the pick is, yeah. Adios. Listen, where my sign at? Russ, we love you, bro. But it's adios y muchachos, CCs. You got to go, baby. You got to go. Because that would guarantee we could get Mims in the 1st and mess around and get Zach Frazier in the 2nd.
Yeah, and still have another 2nd because the Raiders 2nd is higher than ours.
Yep, we get Frazier with the Raiders 2nd, get Mims in the 1st, and then still got our 2nd to get a dude, get Xavier Leggett. Now what?
That's when you get into the talk about let them know football is a business. It's a business.
Right.
Sorry, Russ.
Football is a business. I mean, Russ, you getting paid, Tic Tacs and bubble gum anyway. I mean, at this point, I mean, you getting $40 million from the Broncos. You don't really care. It is.
You making me laugh internally because Russie would be pissed, dog.
Yeah, but I mean, it could happen. I mean, that whole thing kind of went backwards, man. We got Russ because he came at such a great deal, but all along, we wanted Justin Fields. Then Justin Fields told Ryan Poles he turned down 4 teams. Justin Fields, I don't want to go there. He wanted to come to Pittsburgh even after they got Russ. Mm-hmm. And it just happened backwards. We got our guy, but we got him late. Now we got another great option that's older, that's more mature, that's won Super Bowls. So now there's more stuff you got to put into it.
Hey, Chilltown Network, we want y'all to know we will be broadcasting live for the draft. If not on Chilltown, we'll definitely be on the KnoItAllz YouTube, and we're going live the whole draft, watching it together. And so that's what we're going to do. And I'm answering Afton's question. Yes, we will be here. But pivoting right now, we got in the Eastern Conference in the NBA. We got right now, and I got to first before I even get into this, Joel Embiid, Joel Embiid.
He's gonna cause problems.
Do you want him to come back right now?
He already back.
I mean, but do you want him to?
Yeah, he gonna cause problems.
You're in an 8 seed right now, right?
Bro.
I'm just asking. I'm asking a question.
Joel Embiid gonna cause problems. He gonna cause problems, Mont.
Okay, well, explain. Go ahead. The floor is yours.
Because they've already solidified what they're able to do with those guards. What they've been missing all along is Embiid's presence. And any of them top seeds, because I think that they're gonna come up out of that play-in and end up like number 6. So if they end up like number 6, or if they win the play-in and end up number 7, man, the 2 seed don't want no part of the Philadelphia 76ers with Joel Embiid. Milwaukee don't want no part of Philly with Joel Embiid and them guards. Even though Milwaukee has a very good team, they're going to cause problems. Oh, God, don't let them be the 8 seed and they got to play Boston. Boston in trouble. Boston in trouble, bro, because Philly ain't nothing to be played with. They got a whole different mentality over there. And by adding Buddy Hield, the maxi guard, they done got rid of Big Trash, Big Choke James Harden. Oh, Philly ain't nothing to be messed with. And Tate Boy Fresh, look, I love basketball. I only know about 3 dudes in my life that love pro basketball more than me. Tate, one of them. And Tate will tell you Philly going to be a problem. Ain't that right, Tate?
Philly definitely going to be a problem, man. I'm just looking at the standings because last I looked, the Cavs was 3. And check out our Cleveland Cavaliers, That's Rather Cavalier podcast on the Fans First Sports Network, where me and Big G get into a lot of Cavs stuff. We probably hadn't done a pod in about a week. We need to do something going into this playoffs. And then continuously through the playoffs. But man, when I last looked, the Cavs was 3, man. The Cavs lost to the Lakers, lost to the Clippers today. Yesterday they 0 for 2 in LA. They dropped to 5. The Knicks is 4. And the 76ers is only, like G said, a full game behind the Pacers for 6. But looks like the Cavs gonna be locked in with the Knicks at that 4 or 5.
But Tate, I'm
gonna tell you about Joel Embiid right now.
Yeah, I'm just asking. Like, okay, go ahead.
Embiid gonna be a problem, man. I mean,
big facts.
I mean, because they was 28-4 or 28-6, like when he got hurt.
Yeah,
and you know, they was up there with Boston, right behind Boston for the best record in the league.
Yeah.
And you got Maxey, they got a lot of experience now with Embiid out. You got Tobias Harris, you got a good defensive squad, man. And you don't want to match up with that giant, man. It'll be like you saw with Cardozo today in the women's game. You don't want that. You don't want that smoke, man.
Okay. I just don't know if it's worth him being hurt again and doing more damage to himself by coming back.
I think they sat him out long enough. Like they were real cautious about how he's coming back. He's not like trying to come back hurt. He's back. He just got to get in shape.
Okay. Okay. All right. So you went ahead. You basically went from 10. Did you go from 10 to 1?
Oh
no,
he didn't read them off. Go ahead.
All right. So 10 is the Atlanta Hawks at 36 and 42. The Bulls are 37 and 40. Those 2 spots they've clinched their playing position.
Yeah, I think it's crucial to say that the top 10 is in no matter what. The 10 not going to change. They can change position, but not change.
Yeah, 10 and 9 have clinched their playoff position. The 76ers at 8 at 43 and 35. The Heat at 43 and 34. The Pacers at 44 and 34. The Cavs, your beloved Cavs are 46 and 33.
Correct.
The Knicks are 45 and 32. The Magic is 45 and 32. They're tied with the Knicks right now, but they're ahead of them. And then we have the Bucks at 47 and 30, and then the Celtics at 61 and 16, man. Phew. So right now, if I was to hold a gun to you, G, who you got? Do you believe
right now? Right now?
You believe it's the Celtics?
No, heck no, it ain't Boston. In the East, man, that's hard, bro. any of them tops, any of the top 8 could get hot and win it. Any of the top 1 through 8 could get hot and win that bad baby. Philly, Indiana, Cleveland, New York. Only one I'll say maybe is not Orlando. Milwaukee and Boston. So any of them could get hot. And ain't no one team. The one thing that with me talking that Rather Cavaliers podcast up would take this year that I really learned to pay attention to in the NBA game is the matchups. The matchups is what dictate everything. It's like Tate said, Phoenix going to be hurt because they ain't got a true point guard. He's absolutely right. So when you play a team when they can harness in on your matchup problem and matchup nightmare, that's an issue. So it depends on who gets matched up with who. The East is hard. To me, the East is harder than the West. It's harder to pick who is going to do it in the East, in my opinion.
Wow. So Tate, what John Caldwell said, Milwaukee, or we're not worried about Doc and Dave. Okay. In the West, we got the Nuggets. The Nuggets have. I
want to give my East comment.
Okay, go ahead. Give your East.
Because I don't know if he meant in the good or bad way. I'm on board with the homie just comment Caldwell, JT with JC, man. I mean, yeah, that Dame and Giannis gonna be a problem. Don't sleep on them. I mean, they haven't had the season you thought they had. You probably thought they'd be up there with Boston, win 60 games, all that kind of stuff coming into the season. But when that playoffs start and Giannis turn that thing up just a little bit, and Dame go, you don't know what it is. Yeah. Watch out for him, I'm telling you.
You're going to know it's Dame time then, huh?
You're going to know it.
Yeah. All right, so getting over into what we're looking at right now, man, that we're looking at the Western Conference, and definitely, Tate, I'm going to let you take the poll on this one. We got the Nuggets at number 1, 54-24. They have clinched their playoff position. They're going to be number 1 in the playoffs. The Timberwolves will be number 2 in the playoffs at 53-24. The Thunder will be number 3. They have clinched their playoff position at 52-25. Then to sum it up, we got the Clippers at number 4. The Mavericks at number 5. Gee, I know you hate to hear that. The Suns at number 6 at 46-31. The Pelicans at 45-32. At number 7, the Lakers are at number 8, 45-33. The Kings, who I thought would be better this year, at 44-33.
Injuries.
And then at number 10, we got the Warriors at 42-35. The Rockets are still behind at number 11 at 38-39. So talk to me about this, Tate. We got the top 3 have locked in at their playoff spots. Right now, we got some movement that could happen on 8 and 9, but pretty much 5 and 6 and 7 are kind of locked in where they are.
No way 5, 6, and 7 is locked in. That's where all the scrambles at. 5, 6, 7, 8, and 9 are interchangeable by a game or two.
Let me tell you,
that stuff could shift real fast.
The Mavericks in the playoffs, no matter.
I'm not saying they're not in the playoffs, but they could go from 5 to 8 with a loss.
They could with a couple of losses. You were absolutely right. But Tate, seeing it like this is, who you got, man? Who you got in the West?
Well, what I want to see is the Clippers lose a couple of games and the Mavericks get up to the 4 line. No, I want to see the Mavericks lose a game so the Suns can pass them. So I get that 3-6 matchup I've been wanting all year. That 3-6 matchup, you know what it'll be, Big G.
Where my sign at? And we're going to show you what time it is. Shea over Luka. Get him out in the first round of the playoffs. Get him out.
Hey man. bet if that's a matchup, bet whatever corner time you want. But 15 come minutes? On, man. Yeah, whatever time you want, man.
Ooh, bet.
Whatever time you want. I might even send you a Luka jersey.
Ooh. I'll burn it.
Why you gonna burn it, man?
You gotta wear it on air at the very least, send it back. But
wear it upside down and backwards.
Y'all know where I'm at, man. Just like in football, past couple of years, y'all know it's been Detroit over everybody.
Facts.
I don't give up on my. Y'all know how I felt about Russ Wilson still.
Yeah.
And you know, I'm not getting up on this one. Who coming out the West, Big G? Who almost say come out the West, Big G? Tell me.
The Los Angeles Lakers and LeBron.
You already know. You already know. I don't care where they at. They at 8 right now. They coming out there, especially if they got to play the Pelicans in that 7-8 game. Yeah. Oh, that's like you know, we're gonna pay LeBron and AD for like 24 minutes and get them getting ready for. Because when you play that 7-8 game, if you win that one, you got like 4 or 5 days off. The playoffs start on the weekend. The 7-8 game, the play-in start on Tuesday. Mm-hmm. So if you win that game, you get Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, maybe Saturday off. So yeah, I got the Lakers going, man. The Lakers playing good ball. I think they won like 10 out their last 11. LeBron, AD been balling, always down, been always doing it for this past half season.
He been killing. His name grade changed.
His name grade changed.
Yeah, he ain't gonna be always
That's
down.
What I'm saying,
something else.
Hey, look here. Thomas said, Tom said, I want OKC so bad. Shea stands need to be humbled. It's gotten out of hand.
Got out of hand, Tom.
It's 15 minutes corner time, Tom, if that's the matchup. OKC versus the Mavericks.
Hey, man.
15 minutes corner time on it, bro.
Big G. Shea is a really good player, was All-NBA last year. Probably All-NBA player this year. And so will Tyrese Halliburton. But they both will be going in the first round.
No,
Peace.
not Shea. Not Shea.
Well, you see what Afton said. OKC been down a little bit lately.
Yeah,
are we feeling that?
It's okay, bro. It's all. Listen, but I'm gonna tell y'all. I said Phoenix. I still think Phoenix can get hot if KD shows up. They can get real hot real fast. But Phoenix got a kryptonite. So when I start looking at all the teams in the West, the team that don't have no kryptonite is the Denver Nuggets, who won it last year. Who I said was going to win it last year. And y'all said, gee, you crazy. I said, Denver going to win it because they ain't got no kryptonite. They ain't got no kryptonite this year. Who the kryptonite?
You also said Phoenix was going to win it after the Durant trade.
I did say
and that. I will say, far as OKC goes, Shea been injured. And he been doing commercials with what's the center name?
Yeah, they have been doing his commercials.
Chet Holmgren.
Chet, yeah.
Commercial.
Feeling too much of that star power will get him in trouble.
Who's the MVP?
You're Joker. You already know. It's the voting gonna go Joker 1, Shea 2, Luka 3. That's the voting.
The voting gonna go Joker 1, Joker's MVP. It's gonna go Giannis 2, Luka 3.
No, I think so.
Shea gonna be top 3.
So let's have this conversation. Let's have this conversation. This will be Joker's 3rd MVP, bro.
Yeah, big facts.
Where do we put Joker in this conversation, man? Who's done that? Who's won 3 straight MVPs other than Money?
It won't be 3 straight.
I don't think Money's won 3 straight.
Joker haven't either, and Money didn't win 3 straight.
Yeah, no.
Bird won 3 straight.
Did he?
No, Bird didn't either. No, Bird won one. Magic won one, and then Bird got 2 in a row.
Let's talk the list. Let's talk the list of people who got 3 MVPs. Let's talk that list.
Bird, Kareem, Bill Russell,
LeBron.
I don't think Magic got 3.
Money got 3.
Money got 3. Yeah, Mike got 3. I think that's about it. We getting the closing ranks. There ain't a whole lot of cats that's got no 3 MVPs, bro.
So Joker is just, I mean, he's just quietly doing what Joker does, right? And he's not just being outstanding.
Magic got 3 MVPs.
So okay. Magic, Mike, Bill Russell,
87, 89, 90.
Kareem, and Larry Bird, and LeBron.
But my question is, he's doing this without doing like spectacular stuff. He's just showing up night after night, filling the stat column, doing him. Does it? I mean, honestly, my question is, are you impressed by what Joker's doing? And has he etched his way in the Hall of Fame in your mind?
Oh, he first ballot right now today. Joker first ballot right now today. After he get his MVP, he first ballot in the Basketball Hall of Fame. When we start talking about Joker, talking about him being that top 25 greatest all-time players, Joker got to get at least one more chip. If Joker get the chip this year, 3 MVPs, 2 chips, 2 or 3 Finals MVPs. Oh yeah, stop it. Yeah, he done edged himself into that top 25, and he done moved himself in position probably about maybe 15 to 16. A 3rd championship with 3 MVPs, he's top 10-ish. He's top 10-ish. But he got to get that's saying if he got to get 2 more chips, that's a lot to do. 2 more chips is a lot to do. But 1 more chip this year, yeah, he top 25 all time. Ain't no ifs, ands, buts about it.
Talk to me, Tate. Talk to me. How you feeling?
Moses got two MVPs.
Facts.
But yeah, man, Joker works his way up there, man, and you can't put no disrespect on his game, man. You know what I mean? Dude scoring 26-ish with 11, 12 boards-ish.
Yep.
With 8, 9 assists-ish.
Big facts.
You know what I mean? Those are numbers you can't ignore. Now, I think with the exception of Magic, everybody else was do some on the defensive end. Even Bird, because Bird rebounded also. You know what I mean? Mm-hmm. But so I think that's the best comp for Joker, man. It's Larry Bird.
Yeah.
I know they play different positions, but they play the same game.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So that's the best comp. Dude Moses got 3. He got 1 with Philly. He get 2 with the Rockets.
I think he got 1 his rookie year and then 1 2 years later, Tate. I think he might have 3 with he might have 2 with the Rockets, 1 with the 76ers.
I'm sorry, Tom, if I was wrong, man. Moses, I'm looking right now, though.
Hey, but Tate, I think Joker closer to Larry
Moses
Bird.
Got 3, 79, 82, 83. My bad.
I think Joker closer to Larry Bird than Dirk Nowitzki is. Joker a dog, man.
Ooh.
Joker.
Yeah,
Joker a dog.
On the level, I mean, now it's some I won't say recency bias. It's some early bias. Mm-hmm. But Joker is better than Dirk.
Oh, facts. We're saying, oh my God. So we're saying the Joker is better than Dirk Nowitzki.
Yeah, and he's closer to Larry Bird than Dirk Nowitzki.
Wow.
The Joker a dog, man. The Joker is a dog.
Elaborate on that, G.
I think that the Joker, like I said, he's got to get the chip this year. But overall game, 26, 10, and 10. Basically, he's a walking triple-double at 6'11", 7 foot. His game is straight finesse. He ain't got no muscle mass. He will bust you with 3. He will get you with a crossover. He'll get you with a dime pass. He'll take you down and just kill you down low. And Joker calling the shots. Joker like, I'm about to hit you with a left hand over the top hook off the glass. And ain't nothing you can do about it. You might call timeout and they still gonna come back, give him the ball in the same spot, and he gonna bust your face wide open again. The Joker is a dog. There ain't no ifs, ands, buts about it. The Joker a dog.
Claude said that y'all both need to be put in the Matrix.
Claude, that's why Claude, you don't be knowing nothing about it. You need to stay on there with Penn State and try to figure that out. Figure out how James Franklin can win a couple of games and beat Ohio State finally before, you know.
Are we in the major because we saying Joker's better than Dirk?
Yeah, that's what he's saying.
That's what he said. Thomas said, Dirk's my favorite player ever, but Joker's better. And that's honest. You could trust that.
John Caldwell said 100% what I said.
You can trust that. John Caldwell said.
Claude, go jump yourself back in the Matrix.
John Caldwell said, I'm in there too, Claude. Don't straight finesse for 48 minutes so he can go watch horses.
Big facts. Big facts. Big facts, bro.
Oh, God. Oh, man, y'all are wild. Man, we're getting ready to close out this show and get out here, man. Got a couple more things to talk about. Number one, give us a update that you got in spring training for Ohio State football, man. Talk to me, G.
Y'all don't want to hear it, bro. I've been posting it on my Facebook page. If y'all been watching it, all my social media posts. Y'all don't want to hear it, but Jeremiah Smith is different. Listen, y'all. Jeremiah Smith is going to be the best wide receiver that ever played at Ohio State University. It's not even close. He's putting dudes that are first-round NFL draft picks in the blender. The footage is out there, let alone the stuff I know that's already happening. And the Buckeye boys, bro, they got some stuff figured out with that offensive line, and they got something figured out at quarterback. And don't be shocked. You heard it here first. If a true freshman starts at quarterback for Ohio State named Julian Sayin, transfer from Alabama University, he's down there killing them like that. Now, I ain't saying Will Howard's playing trash. I ain't saying Devin Brown playing trash. But Julian Sayin is out there destroying them. Julian Sayin got some C.J. Stroud on him, dog. He got some ball placement, ball delivery. You know how you said Stroud was going to be the monster at that ever? Julian Sayin is just like Stroud. It's the same thing. It's the same thing all over again, Tate. The same thing. For real, for real. And they the truth. Ohio State is the truth, bro. Might be better than the 2002 Miami Hurricanes when it's all said and done. The 2001 with NFL draft talent and players stopped all the way from freshman to junior year.
Is that the best college football team ever?
The 2001 Hurricanes, 2000 without a doubt. But this team, this Buckeye team might be better.
I think that was the best team ever. If you really think about it, with most talent on the team ever. Real quick on the Longhorn front, man. Totally, one of the things that I would say to you is blue. We always make the joke about Eli Manning loving yellow. But I'm gonna tell you something. Jaden Blue,
yellow.
Jaden Blue has came to play in the spring. Gained a little bit of 15 pounds of muscle. He is out here looking like a barn burner. And look, CJ Baxter starts over him, and he's saying Jaden Blue is doing stuff that I hadn't seen the two previous ones do before me. Talking about Bijan Robinson and my guy at Chicago. I got to remember.
He ain't better than Bijan. Stop it, man. No, I'm about to hit you with the stop.
Not better than Bijan. I didn't say that. Yes, Johnson. I didn't say that. CJ Baxter said it. So you want to tell him stop it.
CJ Baxter could take a lap. That's what he could do. He could take a lap. He ain't better than him. Stop it.
Ryan Ringo is looking like a grown behind man. He's showing why he was the number 2 wide receiver in this draft class. Isaiah Bond is looking good too, and more. Jonte Cook and DeAndre Moore, both of them have came to play. The wide receiver group for Quinn Ewers is going to be dang near better than he had last year with Xavier Worthy.
Stop it.
And Adnan Mitchell.
Stop it. You way out there, bro. Stop it. No, man, stop it. Listen, there ain't no way.
Listen, the group of Isaiah Bond, Matthew Golden, Ryan Ringo,
Xavier Worthy just broke the 40-yard draft time in the NFL draft.
I didn't say
and
nobody was faster.
Mitchell's a top 20 pick. Stop.
I didn't say nobody was faster, but I'm telling you this wide receiver group is better than the one that just left, right? They're better than the one that just left. And of course, like I was talking to you about the running back group, they're looking good. Andrew Makuba he's up to his form that he had when he left Clemson. And I'm telling you, you guys better be on the look, man. And that is definitely our spring football look for our 2 squads, the Ohio State Buckeyes and
wait, I got a question
Texas
to ask.
Longhorns. Go ahead.
Tate, you way in Maryland. Are you hearing the same thing I'm hearing about Ohio State way over there?
Yeah, I mean it's in the national media how good they're gonna be. It's not a surprise. I mean, they loaded. Mm-hmm. I mean, so I expect them to be good. I expect them to win the Big Ten next year. I don't expect Texas to win the SEC. But
big facts.
But they good because 12 teams make it this year.
Facts. They in.
Yeah.
I can't wait till we go to Ann Arbor with B Dirt. I can't wait till we see Texas.
I'm gonna tell you. I honestly believe Texas is gonna run the table this year. Honestly believe it.
Bet B Dirt corner time. Bet him corner time right now.
I don't have to bet B Dirt corner. B Dirt didn't ask me for corner.
Oh, they're gonna beat Michigan.
Betty B Dirt.
They're gonna beat Michigan, but they're gonna lose a game in the SEC though.
I don't think so.
Yeah, You know what?
Georgia.
Today is the 7th of April. As long as Michigan don't have no major injuries to any, because they already done lost one of their major dudes. As long as they ain't got no more injuries, I'll bet you 15 minutes corner time Michigan beat Texas. I bet right now today on the 7th of April.
Hey, B-Dirt, you watching. Go ahead, put that on the receipt, 109.
Michigan
on today, April the 7th. He called Michigan beating us. It won't happen.
Yep.
That's
loaded.
an aberration.
Michigan's still loaded.
Look, okay. I'm gonna be in Ann Arbor. I'm be oranged up. I promise you. I'm oranged
you're
up.
You're gonna be a little orange dot. And you're not
orange,
you're not really a little fella, but you're gonna be a little orange dot that day.
I'll tell you, and guess what? I'm gonna be representing. And I'm gonna be teasing from left to right because I already know what's going down.
Right now, I would pick Texas to beat Michigan, but Texas not gonna beat Georgia. Alabama's still gonna have something for them. Alabama gonna have a better offense than they've had the past few years.
Yeah.
Who else? Y'all might not get Florida. It's some teams, man.
We play Florida and we play Georgia. We don't play Alabama. We play Florida. We play Georgia.
Y'all gonna lose to Georgia. Y'all might lose to Missouri. Y'all might lose to Missouri. Y'all play LSU.
I don't think we play LSU this year. We got Arkansas.
I go ahead.
We got Arkansas. We got Vanderbilt.
That's easy. That's Spring Puff City.
Yeah, we got them scrubs. We got Florida. We got Texas A&M.
Hold on, I'm about to.
And then we got Georgia in Georgia.
They play Michigan at Michigan.
Mm-hmm.
That's the opener. That's the opener.
No,
yep. No, they week 2. They play Oklahoma and Dallas. They play Georgia at the crib. They do play the Gator Boys. They play Arkansas. They play Kentucky, and they play Texas A&M. That's their hard games.
We're gonna win out. 12-0.
Kentucky might have some work for y'all too.
Oh no, we're gonna give them the business. This team's too strong, man. Team's too strong.
I'm not a believer in Quinn Ewers.
Really?
I'm not.
Okay.
Yeah,
but it's his third year.
When Arch get in, things gonna change for Texas.
It's his third year, man. It's definitely his third year. But you guys, man, go ahead, man. We here with our parting shots. Usually this is the time where I put up our parting shots banner and we just say, what was on our mind this whole week, man. I'm gonna start with Big Tate, man. I'm gonna start with Tate, man. Parting shots. Talk to me, man. What you got?
Hey, man, I just want to go back to what I said at the opening, man. Shout out to Dawn Staley, man, doing her thing. She's a great coach. She was a great player. She She graduated in 92 from Virginia, and the WNBA didn't get started like 99. So she was sitting out, maybe playing overseas for a few years, then came to the WNBA.
Yep.
But great coach, 3 national championships now. Is going to get more. I won't say she'll repeat next year. We don't never know. She's gonna get more though if she has a long coaching career. Much respect to Caitlin Clark, man. I know we talked about her being polarizing and stuff like that at the beginning of the show, but she's elevated women's basketball, women's athletics in general has been elevated from Caitlin Clark and her journey, her sports journey. To think of a little girl from Des Moines, Iowa, out there seeing Steph Curry being a fan, liking him, and going out there and trying just to emulate that game on a woman's level. Big shout outs to her. She's top 10 right now. Like I said, looking forward to the NFL draft. The WNBA draft is coming up on the 15th. We know Caitlin Clark's going number 1 to the Indiana Fever. I think that's a good geographical location for her. Consider she's from Iowa. It's going to elevate that fan base, that franchise, and then connected to that, it's going to elevate the WNBA, like we said earlier. My teams all trash. Cavs lost today. They're 0-2 in LA. Fell to the 5th spot. My Cincinnati Reds, big trash. Lost to the Mets 2 out of 3. Lost their first series. They 5-4, I believe. But they better than the Phillies, who are 4-5 with a losing record.
That's absolutely true facts.
I don't think the Reds will have a losing record at all this year. I'm going to go on record to say that. They won't be below 500 at any point this season. They 5-4 right now, so 2 losses in a row could get them there. But I don't think they'll see below 500. And just shout out to everybody. We're on a new channel. Well, besides the KnoItAllz channel, we on the Chill Town Hoops Network. Almost 30,000 subscribers on there. Today's show, we tell you people that are KnoItAllz subscribers, go to that Chill Town Hoops and like that and follow us there also. We're trying to just get this KnoItAllz brand up, get some things jumping off. It's good to be part of a platform that has so many subscribers that wants us to go live on their network and do things with them. So we appreciate that. That's all I got, man. Oh, prediction for tomorrow's men's finals. I'm gonna take Purdue, man.
I knew you was gonna do that.
Ooh.
I rolled Big Ten, man. I can't help
I knew
it.
you was gonna do that. Yeah, I knew you was gonna do that.
I like UConn. I like the freshman what's his name? He was balling yesterday. He got in foul trouble. I forgot his name though. But yeah, so I think it's gonna be a good game. Austin Art going with UConn. You know, I'm with Tim. Tim, you're a Midwest guy too. Purdue. So I think it's gonna be a great matchup between Klingman and Edey, and we're gonna see why Edey gonna get drafted before Klingman. B Dirt. Castle is his name. Thank you, B Dirt.
Facts. Hey man, so thanks again for rocking with us on the KnoItAllz podcast. Like they said, you can find us live on YouTube on our new channel. Definitely for sure. You can still listen to us on Fans First Sports Network on the audio side. So we're able to be broadcasting now on audio and on video on 2 different podcast platforms. Make sure you go back and check out the whole KnoItAllz crew, Mod, Tate, me, Big G, B-Dirt, Pay, and Relly Hall on the network, and follow all of us on all of our podcasts, from everything from Running Through the Jungle to That's Rather Cavaliers, Cleveland Cavaliers, to We Are DC for Life, to Horns and Sons, to Paydays over there with the Big Time Bears podcast and the Chicago Bulls. And don't forget to check me out on the KnoItAllz podcast. I mean, not the KnoItAllz, on the Level Up podcast with Andy P. Andy P will be back in the building this week because, like I said, he's been sick, so he's back in the building. And don't forget to check me and Tate Boy Fresh along with the Triple OG Shannon out on Steel Curtain Network on the Pump Your Brakes podcast, and finally, the Homies podcast on Fridays.
Your parting shot?
Oh, my parting shot is this. It's 18 days and counting, man. I am so excited for this NFL draft.
Man.
I can't wait. It's 18 days and counting. I don't think there's going to be any more rumblings in the jungle moving forward, because Diggs got traded and everybody's like, holy crap. But there could be 1 or 2 moves that happen to shake it up even more. But I look for there to be some big trades in this draft this year too, man. I look through for that first round. I look for it to get bananas in that first round. There's going to be some big trades. So it's 18 days and counting, and we're going to have a draft show. So that's what I'm excited about more than anything.
Hey, your prediction for the game tomorrow night?
Purdue. Just because I can't stand UConn. Just because I can't stand UConn.
I knew he was gonna say that. Hey, for everybody who don't know, Big G get really excited about the NFL and NFL drafts and stuff. He watches film literally in his boxers eating Captain Crunch cereal.
Big facts. Cereal in the morning with a big bowl and a big spoon. Straight watching all 22 film on Patreon. That is actual facts.
I will say that's how you know we brothers, because we're doing the same thing. We're really focusing in hard on this year's draft. Me and Big G, we've been talking. I mean, we'll have 1 or 2 hour conversations about the draft. This is first and foremost, I want to thank everybody who stayed with us throughout this whole time. And he said he's eating it out of a Tupperware bowl.
I'm with you, Tim. I'm with you. I understand. Yeah, I am. Not a big Tupperware bowl, but a nice sized bowl with a big spoon.
Real quick, G. Claude Bishop want to know who's the first first pick. I'll let both of y'all get it. Who you think the Steelers' first pick is going to be? Both of y'all answer.
Mims, if they stay at 20, Mims. Easy question.
Cornerback.
Quinyon Mitchell.
That could be Quinyon Mitchell or
T. Wiggins.
No, I don't. I think that who they might get him too.
You think Cooper DeJean?
No, well, his pro day tomorrow. I think. See what he do. But Mitchell or the dude from Alabama, not Kool-Aid.
Arnold.
Yeah. Carry-on Arnold. He'd have to drop.
Yeah. Okay.
They both would have to drop. But neither one of them guys are there. I say Mitchell over Higgins, though. Amaris Mims over Higgins. Not Higgins, Mitchell.
He said, I hope that you're right, G. Listen, I like to thank everybody for staying with us and rocking with us during this time. Make sure that you hit that like button. Smash the like button on Chilltown Hoops. If you're here, make sure you hit it. If you're watching on the YouTube KnoItAllz channel, make sure that you hit that like button. Make sure that you subscribe on the YouTube for the KnoItAllz as well if you're watching on Chilltown. And if you're watching there, make sure that you come over on Chilltown and check us out too. Man, look, I'm just going to tell you the truth. Real talk. This is my parting shot before I get to Mod's moments. Man, I'm just amazed. It ain't even hot yet, Tate. It ain't hot yet. And Duncanville has won. Duncanville has ran a 39 twice in the 4x1 relay. Twice. 39.65 and 39.73. These young men in high school are flying. Now, Atascocita, it's hard in Humble. And they're in Houston, actually. Atascocita, there it is, has ran a 38.92. And they did it against Duncanville. Bro, it ain't hot. They did that in February. It ain't hot yet, man. You hear me? It ain't hot. And they running 38.92s. That's better than half of the college teams that you have out there. It's remarkable, Tate. It's remarkable, G. Y'all know a little bit about track, so y'all know what I'm talking about. Man, when you seeing high school kids running 38.92s, that's everybody running a 10 flat 9.9 in the 100-yard dash or the 100-meter dash. That's unbelievable. That's unbelievable. And it ain't even got hot yet, man. You know what I'm saying? So I want to see what these guys do in the finals and what they do when they get to state championship. Because, man, I'm telling you, they're getting out of here. Yeah, Tim, they scooting, man. They getting out of here. And one of them is a running back that plays for Duncanville, who Texas is looking at, and Ohio State is looking at consequently. It always comes down to us. I don't understand Texas and Ohio State. But, yeah, man, I'm just amazed to see how they're flying this year. And there are other kids that are running. They're running hard. I mean, they're running 40s. But, I mean, you can't beat nobody if they run the 38. I mean, how you going to beat them? They run the 38. Yeah, I wanted. That's my parting shot, man. Track in Texas is a whole other thing. Texas T, man. Texas T is fast. California, Texas, Florida, fast, man. I'm telling you. Mod's moments. Don't miss the moment. You know what I'm saying? There are moments that happen in our lives and they look so average. You know, they don't look like they're nothing. They don't look like it looks like, okay, it's kind of the same thing. It may even look like something that has came into your life before, but I'm here to tell you, the moments that happen, make sure you judge them correctly, because some moments are not like the others. They'll actually be a opening to another door. And if you judge them incorrectly, you'll miss that time. I'm going to tell you, always make sure that you take the time to put stuff on the scale and find out, is this my moment? Because you can't sit and wait. I'm going to tell you, you can't keep sitting and waiting for something to happen. A lot of times you got to go make it happen. And sometimes when you present it with an opportunity, it doesn't look like it's going to be something that's going to take you to a whole new level. And a lot of times when you talk to people who became ultra successful, they'll tell you, I don't know what it was, but I could tell you when it happened. You know what I'm saying? And I'm going to tell you, there's a moment in you guys' life that's coming up, and you got to choose wisely. Make sure you're paying attention. Make sure you got your eyes open. Make sure you got your ears open. Make sure you're looking around. I'm going to tell you, don't miss your moment. This is Mod's Moments, man. And I'd like to, again, thank all you guys for watching and kicking it with us, man. We got Tate. We got Tate Boy Fresh over there, man, who's chilling. Do you got anything else, man? You got anything else before we get out of here?
That trash bump Luka went from 37, 9, and 12 today in a win. But the little homie Kyrie went for 48. I hope they get OKC.
I hope so too. So that we can just settle this debate once and for all. Shea over Luka.
Here we go again, man. Oh, WrestleMania. I forgot about WrestleMania, man. I forgot about that. Last night, The Rock and whatchamacallit won. Oh, The Rock is wrestling again. And Claude said, you actually pay for that. He's like, it's on Peacock. Y'all are wild. Y'all are wild. G, you got anything else before we get out of here, man?
No, that's it, bro. That's it. Thanks again for rocking with us. And we definitely going to check y'all same bad time, same bad channel next week.
Yeah, man, we're going to definitely see y'all here in the building next week, 5 o'clock, 5 p.m. Central Standard Time, 6 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. The KnoItAllz are in the building. We out of here. Yo.